This is my Rapunzel inspired hair tutorial, and this is just great if you want to imitate her look, and it's actually really simple. It may look a bit complicated, but it's actually very simple. It just makes your hair look so beautiful, just like Rapunzel's when she had her hair braided when she entered the kingdom. So I'm going to start with combing through my hair. Now this is second day hair, and it is really important because it will not hold its shape if you don't do that. I'm actually going to use a bit of dry shampoo. My hair has a bit more texture. Then I'm going to start back combing. The back combing is basically more to do with making sure that the hair stays in place when it's sort of twisted and folded round than actually making any volume. I feel like if you back comb it like this just before you do any twisting or anything, like it's a lot easier to hold its shape throughout the day. I'm just going to flatten that down a bit. As you can see, I haven't really made that much difference in terms of volume, but when I start to twist my hair in a second, it actually holds its shape a lot more and it won't actually get loose during the day. So I'm going to start by twisting. I'm going to take a front section of hair, and then I'm just going to add little pieces of hair as I'm going down, just to make sure that this kind of is all swept away, and it also means that the twist is all the way down and it doesn't just start at the bottom of the hair. I'm just going to pin that in place for now and repeat on the other side. After I've done the other side, I'm just going to remove that bobby pin and just smooth that section down, and then start to put it in a clear plastic bun. I can't actually braid my hair from the back. I actually need to make it into a ponytail first, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking little strands of hair. Now this is a really interesting part of Rapunzel's braid. There's actually a few tiny little braids that kind of run and twist down her hair, so I'm just going to recreate that by taking two of these little small sections and just kind of braiding them down. I will put these into the braid afterwards and kind of twirl them around after I've done the rest of the braid, but for now I'm just going to pin them on top of my head just to make sure they actually are out of the way. So now I'm going to start off making my braids. I'm actually going to split my hair into three, and then each of these thirds I'm going to braid. This is sort of making it look like there are more than three strands, because if you just do a simple 3-strand braid and it looks not as interesting, but if you take a section of your hair into three and then with each of those sections braid it into a 3-strand braid, then it becomes a lot more voluminous and a lot more bulked out. And then we're just going to be taking those 3 plaits and just braiding them together as well. It's pretty much just 3-strand plaits, and those are super easy. These are no weird fancy 5-strand plaits. I'll be taking those 2 little braids that I did earlier down, and I'm just going to start wrapping them around my hair. There's actually no real order to this. I've sort of only wrapped one of them around once, and then I'm actually tucking it into the bobble that's on the very end of my hair, just because I think that's the easiest way to do it. And then we're taking the other strand and wrapping it around the other way to make sure that they don't actually overlap. Of course you can buy your flowers, but they can become very expensive, so here's kind of a cheaper option if you want to get loads of different hair flowers in your hair. I've got all these little headband thingies from Primark, and I'm just going to be taking these things off the elastic, just cutting the elastic off and then actually just putting through a bobby pin. I feel like this is the easiest thing to do because hair flowers are really expensive if they're like this in clip form, so this is just a cheaper alternative. If you don't have a Primark near you or anything like that, then use whichever hair flowers you can get hold of. My haberdashery had quite a few of these hair flowers, but I wanted to do it on the cheap, so that's why I'm using stuff from Primark, and just get a good range of flowers and then just start sticking them in. I only actually have 3 types of flowers, the 2 roses and the little kind of daisy, well, big daisy kind of things, and there's absolutely no rhyme or way to do this. Just kind of poke it in your hair wherever you see fit. It's not an exact science. Also, this is good for any times when you have things that might be poking through, like my twists at the front actually weren't looking so good, so I'm actually just correcting that with putting these flowers in, and just make sure that they go all the way down the hair and all the way down the braid. If you poke them in so they're actually going down towards the braid, they actually won't fall out. If you poke them up, then they will. So keep that in mind when you're doing all of that. And that's it, you're done. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope you guys really liked it. If you want to see any more of the Rapunzel tutorials, I've got links down in the description. Thank you again to Lisa for the photography. They are absolutely amazing. Check out her website and her Facebook page to see all the high quality photos. Thanks guys again for watching. Bye.